Hey, how's it going? I'm just going to start. Hey everyone, my name is Michael Galbraith. I'm an immersive technology specialist working at ARUP. I come from the design background, but I've been working within the AEC industry for 4 years. So today I'm going to talk about the 4 pillars of immersive technology at ARUP. So just a little bit about the agenda. I'm going to go through what is immersive technology, how we're adapting it at ARUP, and then the 4 pillars, which is our building blocks that we use within the project lifecycle. So first of all, what is immersive technology? So the way I see it is fully submerging yourself inside a new digital environment. So it allows us to move beyond the 2D standard and view design data in a new fully immersed with, immersive sound and a better understanding of scale and perspectives. So the immersive technology hardware ranges from screen-based applications to using tools like virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. So these sound like a lot of buzzwords, so I'll just go through each of these in more detail for a better understanding. So on the top left, we have the eLab in London, which we use for our screen-based work. So it's an area where we can bring a group of people in, and we have it's more for kind of screen-based viewing process. And then we have augmented reality, which is the top right. So this is viewing design data in a mobile device. Quick examples like this is Snapchat and Instagram with the face filters, which you kind of see day to day. And then we have virtual reality, which is fully submerging yourself in a new digital environment. So you're wearing the VR headset, you're kind of blindfolded, and you can move around a small space as well, and sometimes interact with digital objects. And then finally, we have mixed reality, which is kind of a combination between virtual reality and augmented reality. So you have glasses on, there's a little projector inside which projects into your eyeballs, so you can see the physical world and the virtual together. It's really interesting if you ever get the chance to use it. It's pretty crazy. And then so how does ARUP facilitate immersive technology? So the aim is to use immersive tech to better understand how our projects will feel and look before they're even built. So we use technology from the games industry to achieve this. And our aim is to further progress our standards in BIM and with realistic textures and materials to enhance the overall experience. So using like lighting design, ray tracing, and user experience as well. We want to use immersive technology to help empower the engineering process, as well as contributing to the client engagement as well. The 4 pillars. So we use these within our globally within ARUP. So these are adopted as our kind of building blocks to achieve our targets and outcomes on the projects. So these are interactive platforms, powerful storytelling, objective decision-making, and human-centered experiences. So the pillars take a fluid approach, and so I'll go through each of these now and to get a better understanding. So interactive platforms, so this is choosing the best kind of platform or hardware to use within our projects. So the first one we have is the ARUP Virtual Engage. So this was developed during COVID, and it's used because the in-person public consultation meetings were cancelled, obviously. So we brought these online. So we built a model of a public consultation room, and we can host our documents and areas like that. And it's also a lot of people can join it at different times. So it's a lot more inclusive as well. And we still use it today, which is it's a good initiative that was done during the lockdown. Next is Matterport scanning. We use this a lot as well in confined spaces. So this one is a tunnel. So some of our engineers can only access these at certain periods of time. So we do a scan of the area, and then that means that the engineers can access it at any point. So it's 360 footage, but then they also have LiDAR as well, so you can get a point cloud model as well from that. And then we have the Hive, which is our virtual reality like kind of studio as well in the Dublin office. So we have screens and VR headsets with motion sensors as well on the walls. So we bring our project design teams here for meetings, and they can go through their models as well and check for clashes. We also host client workshops here, so our clients would come along and seeing how their project as well is progressing. We also have the metaverse as well, which people from various locations can access it as well at any time. We also share the space with the lighting team, so we have blackout blinds. They can test their lighting equipment as well in this facility. So the Hive Metaverse, so this is great for sometimes your clients are a bit apprehensive of using the technology. So we take them into the space. They can tag along with us. We can go around the model, show various parts of the model as well, and turn off different layers and access the MEP work as well. And this can be viewed from different locations. So we have one in the Cork office as well, and then you can also access through like a desktop. So if you're got a good graphics card and all that too. And then we also have the Experience Lab in London. So I kind of touched on this earlier. It's our kind of IMAX screen, this curved screen with stereoscopic visuals. So you have also motion tracking with 3D glasses. And then we also share the space with the acoustics team. So there's like 360 audio, and we kind of merge the visuals and the audio as well together and host this in this platform. So it actually recently got upgraded as well in our new office with a bigger screen. But it's a great place to kind of take our clients and everyone's kind of inside the experience together and can work on that. We also use Touch Designer, which we can merge, with our tablets. You can affect then the visuals as well and connect all that together in this kind of one space. So kind of a future idea is to move beyond as well that and create like a 360 dome where you can bring all of our clients together. So with a projection dome, with 360 audio again, and really taking all that to the next level. On the ground, they're talking about having like a motion platform which would move with wind as well, and talk about smelly vision as well in the future. It's really pushing all that as well to that next level and seeing where we can go with it. And it's kind of creating like a more collaborative experience as well. So then we have powerful storytelling, which is selling a concept or an idea. So for this project, it's for an offshore wind master plan that we did in Cork. Originally there's a dockyard in Cork. So they wanted to redevelop it into an area where they build offshore wind as well. So we worked with the engineers. They developed the master plans. So the site changes throughout the project life cycle as well. So first of all, they have to have the foundations, and then they start building then the turbines and take them out into sea. So the site itself is incredible because it has to change and host like these huge turbines are absolutely massive. The scale is crazy. So it's part of that project as well. We did some photo montages. So in the top left, you can see what it's like today. And then the top right is what it's like after construction. And then you see then the different stages of the site. So you have the foundations on the left, and then they start building then the actual turbines. And then we have another viewpoint as well. So you can really see the scale of how big these turbines really are. And then we have our interactive Dublin model, which showcase our projects within Dublin city centre. So it's telling the story about ARUP globally to show them how the city is impacted and kind of moving with the projects that we're working on. So they had Bullen's Quay there. And then you can see it from a bird's eye view and then walk around. And then you can also enter like buildings. This is our Dublin office. It got recently renovated. It's kind of we're utilizing user experience design to make the user hit the right requirements as well for our client. And this is Trinity College. Again, a better understanding of, the interior finishes. And then we also have bus connects as well, so we brought that into the city, so you can see what that route looks like as well, and get up closer with our model. And then similar to the offshore wind project, this was built using Unreal Game Engine and Cesium. This is for Morris's Island in County Cork, in Cork City. So the River Lee, there's a lot of floods there, so they have to build a wall along the route or around the city centre. So yeah, we kind of showcased this as well with photogrammetry and kind of merge all that together with that. So yeah, it's a better use for pedestrians and cyclists as well. So yeah, another project is was a competition for Cork City Council. So it's trying to visualize what the city would look like in the year 2101. So yeah, we got some of the models that the engineers worked on, and then we brought it into Twin Motion, and then created these visuals as well for the competition. And the next building block is objective decision making. So this is quite the opposite. So everything here needs to be 100% accurate, and it's for a public consultation and planning, and for design reviews as well. So this was a motorway bus corridor. So we're testing different kind of variations of the layout. So we flew a drone across the motorway, and then got a 3D model and kind of merged both together with this kind of rendered video. So we could test different variations of the bus route. And then we also then decided this was the best one. So yeah, it's showcasing, to the client, the different layouts within the simulation. It helps informs decisions, and can help that as well. And then similar to that, we did this for a railway route alignment. So again, we actually flew a helicopter along the route for this, and then merged the 3D geometry with we actually did geolocation of the helicopter, and then merged that with the 3D model, and then capture that. They can merge them both of those together to overlay on top. So yeah, you can get a quick kind of overview of so you can see how the alignment is going to impact the surrounding area. Yeah, with that as well. And then next is the CGI images. So we did a few of these as well, kind of 2D images for our kind of reports and documents. These are for Carrigaline and Tipperary, and then as well for a crossway section. And then also within the Hive metaverse, we can use kind of measuring tools as well as tagging different objects for clash detections, and giving these to the engineers so they can review various locations. And then so the next is human-centered experiences. So this is utilizing the technology that we have. So for this example, we worked on a railway network. So we created a VR train. So as part of that, we're utilizing the kind of user experience design, so the user can move freely in VR. So we had a tablet with a green line. They can navigate to their seat, take a seat in the VR train. So the aim is bring our projects to that next level with bespoke user experience design. We want to make the user feel engaged throughout the whole experience, and not feel lost by the technology or kind of fearful of what's to happen. So it's really kind of letting the users see the design data and not get kind of distracted by the technology itself. And then next is the cycle simulator. Again, so in VR, you can go on. There's a physical bike, and then you can put on the headset and move then freely then around the route. So yeah, you can pedal and steer in VR. And then we also had the sound demonstration. So you can use your hands in this one. So there was a lot of data that need to be put into this. It was for a third runway expansion for an airport. So you could put in the type of plane, where you're going to be located, if it's going to be busy, so if it's urban or rural. And then you can test then the different sound variations from that. So the plane goes overhead. And then also you can test, how far away the plane is going to be as well. But yeah, that's all I have to talk about today. I just hope you've kind of gained a bit of insight of immersive tech at ARUP. And I just want to say a big thanks as well to BIM Summit as well for letting me be here. And we also have a stand in booth 17 if you want to come.